What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential YouTube channel with another video. In this video, I'm going to be telling you why you should speak to your water and become emotional about your food. Before I get in the video, though, I want to pretty much give a little shameless plug in my Etsy store. The link will be down in the description. On this Etsy store, I sell a plethora of items. I sell a bunch of apparel. I got several different shirt designs. I have backpacks on there, or a backpack. I have one item of jewelry. I also have spiritual tools. I have cleansing sprays, the Godly Potential cleansing spray, cleanse that aura, get it right for you. High vibrational oils, which basically is going to raise the frequency of anything that you anoint, being yourself. Crystals, ritual items, right? Candles, if you're into candle magic, sigils, whatever it is, vision boards, you name it. It's going to raise the frequency of it. Okay, as well as I have cleansing baths on there, right? Cleansing baths that rejuvenate as well as cleanse the energy field. Not only will you have a clean energy field after taking this bath, you'll also feel silky smooth. It's going to replenish and rejuvenate the skin, right? What else is on there? I offer Reiki healing sessions on there. I also offer life coaching on my website over at www.mygodlypotential no, not at www.godlypotential. Oh fuck, I'm just fucking up on it. www.mygodlypotential.com. I'm thinking of my email, but yeah, that's all on there. And I believe that that's it for right now. But yeah, so why should you talk to your water, right? And get emotional about your food. Why should you talk to your water? Now, I don't drink this water. Like I don't recommend purified water whatsoever. I use this honestly to pour out my charcoals when I'm lighting resins. But you should talk to your water because everything in the universe vibrates. Right? It's one of the Hermetic principles. The law of vibration. And with that said, the water we drink, the food we consume also has a frequency. Now, we can benefit from these items having a higher frequency, right? So if we drink something, if we consume something that's vibrating extremely high, in turn it's going to raise our frequency a little higher. If we eat something lower, it's going to lower it, which is why you should be careful when you eat at other people's houses or when you eat out, because if this person cooking the food, preparing the meal, has a negative energy, is just in a bad mood, depressed, down, or whatever, know that some of the energy will be in your food. There's no stopping it. Okay? The flip side is also true. If someone is making you a home cooked meal and they just using all kind of love and just putting all their heart into it, frequency is high, and vibration of love, you consume that, you're going to feel so much better. Okay? So, I say we should talk to our water because our words carry frequency. Our words carry vibration. So, there was an experiment done by a scientist by the name of Dr. Emoto. He did a water experiment as well as a ice cube experiment. Disregard. He did a ice cube experiment as well as a rice experiment. But the same applies with water because water is ice, or ice is water rather. So this experiment With the rice, what he did was he took 3 jars of rice. One jar, he labeled it good things, love, prosperity, just a bunch of good things. Not only did he label it, he spoke it to it every day. He had another jar. He wrote negative stuff on there, like hate, fear, envy, Hitler, shit like that, and he spoke it to it. Another thing, the last jar, he left it alone, then altered it all. Weeks went by, days went by, however long it was, the experiment was. Turns out that the rice that he spoke good affirmations to, good things to, and he wrote good things on, the rice was still edible. It didn't ferment. It didn't look disgusting. It looked edible. The second jar where he wrote all the hateful things on there, it rotted, it fermented, it smelled extremely bad, it molded, and it was just no good. The one he left alone was the worst, right? Because it didn't get any type of feedback. And I believe that that's kind of similar to someone. Sometimes a lot of people will stick around if someone's mean to them, opposed to someone who just ignores them. But that's what happened with that experiment. With the ice cube experiment, well, Dr. Emoto did the same thing with pretty much words and frequencies, but instead of pretty much putting it in a jar, he looked at it through a microscope and seen the crystallization of it as the water froze. He looked at the patterns of the water, of the ice, and what he discovered was the ones that were higher vibrating with the more positive things, the crystalline structures were more geometric. They looked uniform. They looked like sacred geometry. Okay, the ones that the negative or he left alone, they just had these weird looking shapes. Similar things have happened with having a I think it's called, I don't even know. I'm not gonna try to attempt it because I might butcher it and I might bring up something that's not even related. But these people, they will take these pretty much these black little discs, these cutouts, put them on top of a speaker, throw salt on there or sand, and then they'll play a certain frequency, a certain song, and then the music will play, and then the frequency of the sand or the salt, whichever it is, it will form a shape or a pattern. And the more high vibrational music, it forms a unique looking pattern that's pretty geometric and symmetrical. And then you play like punk rock and heavy metal, and it looked distorted. So we do the same thing with the words that we speak. So you don't have to actually speak to the water. However, you can use your thoughts. You can use your intention. You can use your willpower to push it in there. You can use your Reiki energy to push it in there. We all are gifted with energy healing. Have you ever hit your leg, your knee or something, your foot? And the first thing that we do is we immediately grab it, we hold on to it. Now, someone who believes that this is BS, they're going to say, well, I'm grabbing it because I'm trying to secure it to make sure whatever the fuck they think of. But what's going on, not only is that going on, but another thing that's going on is you're also directing energy to it. It's no different when a child has a boo-boo and the parent kisses or just rubs it. What that parent is doing is pretty much rubbing or sending loving, healing energy into that area that was pretty much hurt or injured, so to speak. Okay? It's the same when someone who's sad or upset or whatever, they get a hug from someone and they feel better because the energy is healing them, because the person who is giving the energy is coming from a place, from a heart-centered place. Okay, so we can do this with our water by pretty much holding on to it and thinking positive thoughts into the water. Okay, such as, this water will heal me. Okay, or love. I am healed. You can do however you want to. You can just say the word like love, peace, joy, health, or you can say affirmations such as I am love, I am healed. You can do it that way. Or you can say this water will nourish me, yada, 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 as well as the food. You can do that. Okay. And when it comes to, yeah, that's what I was going to say. So, do you know what the difference between regular tap water is? Between holy water? Besides anything that they may have added to the holy water, like external things. Well, what makes holy water is that the priest or whoever it is in charge of anointing the water simply directs their energy into it. They are declaring this water holy. If I declare this space I'm in sacred, this space is now sacred. If I truly put my intent and emotion into it, this place will become sacred. And when people step into this space, they will get a certain level of respect. It's no different from if someone was to step into a mosque, a cathedral, a graveyard. Subconsciously, they're going to have a certain level of respect when they step into these places. Like a lot of people say, you can't curse on church grounds. Okay? Because it's a certain level of, it's a certain frequency that has been set upon that place. And it's simply by intent. Now with cathedrals and the bigger places, it happens over and over again because multiple people, the amount of people who've been there with the same thought pattern, they have pretty much re-energized that belief. So, yeah, like say you have a like a sacred tree or something in wherever you live. If you go to that area, if you go to those sacred grounds, like I was in South Dakota a few years, and a lot of those places had sacred grounds. And if I was to go there, you would feel the sacredness of it because people throughout years and years declared that sacred, and that's the frequency that they associated with that place, and so it took on that frequency. Not to mention they probably did like other things out there as well, like prayer and religious things. But yeah, that is why you should pretty much talk, or rather think, to your water. And so why should you get emotional about your food? And this goes for water and food. Why should you get emotion? Well, the emotions are a lot more powerful than the thoughts. Okay? Because you can think something and it really, sometimes it don't move you. Okay? It's kind of no different than words versus actions. So if you simply say, or let me think of an example. Right? Let's say you take someone who's in your life and you simply just say, I love you or I hate you. Take whichever one. If there's no energy behind it, it does nothing. But when you have the emotion behind it and you send that energy to them, essentially what are you doing? Why am I stumbling on my words this video, man? That is essentially what you're doing. You're just sending that energy to them. Okay? If you're really getting emotional about that. So when it comes to food and the drinks, you want to really get it on an emotional level, because that's really what's going to create that energy, and you can direct it into whatever it is that you need to. For this example, it's the food and the water. So let's say before you sit down to eat and you just go in your mind and you just think of all the benefit and nourishment that you want to get, right? And then you think about the result of you getting this nourishment. You're like, I'm going to get healthier. My skin's going to get more vibrant. I'm going to be more vibrant. I'm going to yada, yada, yada. You think about all this, right? It only takes a few moments. And then you get on it and you really see it and it becomes more solidified in your mind. And then that pretty much create that emotion behind it. And then once that emotion's there, you direct it into your food or your water. Okay? And doing that, making it that frequency, like I said, once you consume it, you're raising your frequency. Or you can use that to heal you. You can, like this guy, Bobby Hemmett, he said that one day he was real sick, or he had a stomach problem or something was going on. And he was looking for some medicine, and turns out he didn't have any more. So he said what he did was he looked in the refrigerator, seeing at least if he had some type of, I think, some type of drink that he had, like orange juice or something. I don't know. But he said all he had was a peach soda. And he took that peach soda, and you know what he did? He put his intention and emotion into it, saying, this will heal me. This will give me the nourishment that I need. And he did that for however long it took for him. And he consumed it, and he got rid of his stomach problem or whatever it was that he mentioned was going on. And so you can do the same thing. I'm not saying just go out here and just eat garbage and just sit there and just direct energy into it before you consume it. Because, I mean, you want to make it easy on yourself. Okay? So, that is why you should talk to your water and get emotional about your food. I believe that's it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more. If you got any questions, leave it in the comment section. Like I said, check out the links in the description. Check out the store. Shop around. But until next time, I'm out. Peace.